just coming in and the inevitable has happened. Hardik Patel has finally resigned from the Congress party. There's been a great deal of speculation for days and weeks together on whether the head of the Congress, the working president of the Congress in the state of Gujarat that goes to polls in just a few months from now, is going to be leaving the Congress or not, given that he's been hobnobbing with the BJP for a few days. In fact, he recently met Patidar leader also Naresh Patel, and there is a possibility that he could be joining the Bharatiya Janata Party. Undoubtedly, it's a setback to the Congress party, given that he was serving as a working president of the Gujarat Pradesh Congress Committee and has now quit the Congress to join perhaps the BJP. We'll know soon. But he's been hobnobbing with leaders of the BJP for days together. Remember, Hardik Patel was a social activist and he came to prominence in the year 2015. He had led successfully the Patidar agitation, the reservation agitation in the state of Gujarat. Later on, he went on to join the Congress party, and today he's quit as a congressman. He was in fact serving as a working president of the Gujarat Pradesh Congress Committee. So not just another worker of the Congress party. The Congress leadership had entrusted this man with the responsibility of the state of Gujarat, which is poll-bound. Hardik Patel, in fact, has gone on to speak about his resignation on Twitter as well, where he says that he's resigned from the post of the Congress and primary membership. He says his decision, he hopes, will be welcomed by his colleagues and the people of Gujarat. I hope I will be able to work really positively for Gujarat in the near future. Saurabh is getting asked more details on that story. Saurabh, for days together, there's been a lot of speculation that Hardik Patel eventually is going to ditch the Congress party. Just ahead of elections, he's done so. In that sense, it's a huge setback. He was a working president of the Congress in the state of Gujarat, which is poll-bound. But are we sure now about the fact that he is definitely moving towards the BJP?
So Sneha, from last 2 months, actually, Hardik Patel was not happy with the Congress, and he was clearly speaking in public domain against the party. Now, remember, it was the first time on Twitter and through social media he had spoken against the Congress, that the state party leadership is not functioning well. Even after he's been the working president of the Congress party in the Gujarat state, no work is been assigned to him. And in such important events as well, Hardik Patel is not given any important responsibility. Now, we also spoke to the Congress people. They clearly said that Hardik Patel never comes to office. He never participates in the important events. So there was a lot of things which were going on between Hardik Patel and the Gujarat Congress. Now, the top Congress leader kept on saying that everything is going well. There are things that it will be clear soon. Recently, when I personally interviewed Hardik Patel, he was very specific. He was clearly telling that the central leadership will definitely intervene in this whole case, and he was hopeful that after meeting Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, Vadra, that things will be sorted. But it clearly seems that nothing has happened, and finally Hardik Patel has resigned from Congress party, and this is a huge setback. Remember, the Patidar vote bank are very important. Due to Patidar Andolan, Congress had got a good number of seats in 2017 elections, and after which Hardik Patel impact and the Patidar impact for the Gujarat elections are very important. And at the time when the state is poll-bound and the votes of Patidar are very important, at such time, Hardik Patel leaving the Congress party will definitely damage the party a lot, because the Congress party is going through a very bad time in Gujarat at the moment, because so many of the leaders, MLAs have been resigning and joining BJP and Aam Aadmi Party. And at that time, when an important face from the party, that's Hardik Patel leaving Congress, will definitely hit hard the Congress. Now, the most important question is which way Hardik Patel will turn now. We were learning from the sources that he's already in talks with the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, but the BJP was very keen to take Hardik Patel. And the way Hardik Patel was actually saying that he is Hindu, he was wearing the saffron flag and others. So the things are that Hardik Patel might join BJP party. That is what the sources are telling, but it is still not clear. The talks are still going on. It is still 4 to 5 months left for the elections in the Gujarat Assembly elections.
Okay.
So it is very important to see that which side Hardik Patel actually goes.
Interesting developments there, Saurav Vakhtania. We'll just talk to you about that in a bit from now, but this was expected. In fact, our consulting editor Rajdeep Sardesai just a few days ago had a one-on-one conversation with Hardik Patel on his future plans. Listen into what he had said then.
पहले दिन चिंतन शिविर है, वहां जाने के बजाय आप अपने कार्यक्रम में लगते हैं। मैसेज तो जाता है ना कि कहीं ना कहीं हार्दिक रूठे हुए हैं। ये आप इनकार मत कीजिए कि आप पूरी तरह से खुश हैं।
नहीं ऐसे देखिए, वो तो सबको मालूम है कि क्यों नाराजगी है। वो तो पार्टी के हाईकमान तक भी हमारी बात रखी हुई है। कोई पद पाने के लिए नाराजगी नहीं है कि हमको वो बना दो, फलाना बना दो। हमारी बात तो जो पार्टी के भीतर हमने रखी है वो वर्क के लिए रखी है कि मैं 2 साल
क्यों नाराज है, हमें बताइए क्यों नाराज है हार्दिक पटेल, नाराज क्यों है?
देखिए, 2 साल से आपने हमको वर्किंग प्रेसिडेंट बना रखा है, तो 2 साल से आपने अभी तक हमारी जिम्मेवारी तय क्यों नहीं की? सिर्फ पद देना बड़ी बात नहीं होती। पद के बाद उसके लिए उसका उपयोग करना, काम देना, उस काम में मैं सफल रहूं ना रहूं, वो देखना, वो आपकी जिम्मेवारी होती है। जो आज तक नहीं हुआ, बस उसी का दुख है कि हमने 2015-17 में इतने बड़े आंदोलन के बाद जब पार्टी को फायदा दिलवाया, पार्टी को मजबूती दिलवाई, और फिर आज हमारे साथ ये होता है, तो कभी कभी दुख होता है। और हमने आज तक पार्टी को 100% दिया है, पार्टी से कुछ लिया नहीं है कि पार्टी से ले लिया और फिर हम कुछ काम ना किया। हमने पूरा काम पार्टी को दिया है, पूरा काम करना चाहते हैं, तो वही बात होती है और उसी कारण थोड़ा दुख लगता है। इसमें कोई नाराजगी नहीं है।
Saurav Vakhtania continues to be with us. Hardik Patel there, mincing no words. So like we said, Saurav, this was really expected. But how big... We'll just in fact go back to Saurav in a bit from now. But the story we're getting at this hour for our viewers, Hardik Patel, he was the working president of the Congress in the state of poll-bound Gujarat, has quit the Congress party. Days of speculation that Hardik Patel could in fact be leaving the Congress and moving to the BJP. Remember, he's a prominent leader of the Patidar community, an important vote bank in the state of Gujarat. Because of the momentum in the year 2017, the manner in which the Patidar community was leaning towards Patel, the Congress had hoped to cash in on this and ensure that the Congress's prospects improve in the state of Gujarat, now ruled by the BJP for over 2 decades. However, Hardik Patel has quit the Congress, and there is a great deal of speculation that he could be moving to the BJP or else even to the Aam Aadmi Party. A big setback for the state of Gujarat, for the Congress in the state of Gujarat, given that polls are just around the corner. The Congress was trying to build on the momentum of Hardik Patel's own agitation for reservation for the Patidar community to ensure that their own prospects improve in the state of Gujarat, which has been ruled by the BJP. Patel had been making consistent remarks against the state leadership and had also been absent, Saurabh, from the brainstorming session recently in Udaipur, the Chintan Shivir of the Congress party, and all of this has just led to this development, which is rather expected.
Well, absolutely, Sneha. It was really expected that Hardik Patel was going to leave the Congress party, even if he was continuously saying that he is unhappy with certain things. That is, the state party leadership is unhappy with the state party leadership, but things were actually not going well among the Congress and Hardik Patel. Hardik Patel and the Patidar factor was so much important during the 2017 assembly elections that it helped Congress party in so many ways. It had helped Congress party to get so many seats by huge margin. But now Hardik Patel leaving Congress party And now, what will happen to the party that votes and the vote bank behind Hardik Patel? It's a big question. Now, the most important thing will be the next move of Hardik Patel. Hardik Patel has not just resigned from the working president post, but he has also resigned from the party. Let me tell you, there was a separate cabin made on the first floor of Congress party in Ahmedabad, that is the state party head office. And we had never seen Hardik Patel at a Congress office. And whenever we spoke to the senior leaders, they clearly said that there are certain things which are going on and will be sorted out very soon. There was a time when the senior Congress leaders from Gujarat, in fact, Raghu Sharma, Jagdish Thakur, they clearly said that instead of giving statement to the media, posting things on social media, we don't understand that why Hardik Patel is not coming and speaking to us. When we spoke to Hardik Patel, he clearly said that he's trying to speak to them, but they are not interested and not giving any solution. And therefore, he has approached the party high command. The party high command means Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vada. He in fact also went on saying that he had went to Delhi to discuss about the issues and how he's not happy with the state leadership. He's not being involved in so many important decisions which have been happening in the Congress party in Gujarat. He's not been considered as an important party member. Even after giving the post of working president, he was not being involved in any sorts of decision making. And this is where Hardik Patel was very much upset. So there was a lot of things, and this was bound to happen. But now the most important question, Sneha, is that which political party is Hardik Patel going to join? Whether he's going to form his own party, whether he's going to go in BJP, or whether he's going to go in Aam Aadmi Party, because the Aam Aadmi Party sources also told us that they are in talks with Hardik Patel. BJP party officials also told us that yes, we are in talks with Hardik Patel. So it will be very important to see that which side Hardik Patel actually goes, because the state is poll bound and the decision taken by Hardik Patel will be very important to see. And this important decision by Hardik Patel is going to hit hard Congress very bad, let me tell you, Sneha, because the party is actually going through a turmoil. They are actually going through a very bad patch.
Yes,
As
the
of now,
leadership
because
in the state of Gujarat is in tatters, Saurabh, and that's been a problem with the Congress party right from the very beginning. Even prominent faces like Ahmed Patel were never really in Gujarat per se. They were always in Delhi politics. Apart from that, the other leaders of the state Congress in Gujarat have not been together. Infighting is a huge problem in Gujarat unit of the Congress party.
Well, absolutely. Infighting is a huge problem. There is no single leadership. You remember, Sneha, when recently there was an Adivasi rally in Dahod where Rahul Gandhi was here, first time visiting Gujarat, where the state is poll bound. After the rally, he had a meeting with all the MLAs. He had meeting with all the state leadership. The very few things which were raised during this particular meet was that the party does not have a state leadership. The party does not have a face.
Okay.
There is no one, a strategist who can actually make strategy and the party can work. The senior leaders are actually not properly engaging in doing work for the Congress party. So many points were raised. In that particular meeting, too, Hardik Patel was present. Sources clearly told us that Hardik Patel wanted that
Saurabh, we'll come back to you for more on that. In a bit from now, we're running out of time. We'll continue to keep a close eye on that story on Hardik Patel quitting the Congress in the state of Gujarat. He was working president and he's done this just before Gujarat goes to polls.